All right, here we go. Rock and
All
roll.
right. All right. There is one minor change. I did it today. We've always been called Sixth Street Studios because that's just the brand behind it. But I always wanted a name to the show, not just the studio name. So because we do all sports, I'm going to call it No Off Season because we do this all the time. So
No.
it's No Off Season presented by powered by Sixth Street Studios. So we'll still have the Sixth Street Studios. It's just the show will be called No Off Season.
Cool. We're live.
Yeah.
PS.
So I got my man Vinny up here, and I got Drama in the other corner.
What's up?
We're not sure if Tommy will make it, but
I did message him. He hasn't said anything.
yeah, if he shows up, we'll throw Tommy in the mix.
But wait, he's messaging. Hang on.
Okay.
You can start just. Oh.
Wait, what?
He was just
What?
typing.
Oh, Tommy's typing, but he doesn't know what he said yet.
Oh. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He can't show up. He's not home at the moment.
So you guys know, right? Like, obviously, there are a lot of different sports betting websites, apps, etc. And now there's been all this push for all the predictive markets, apps and websites and all this stuff. Like, like the Kalshis and Poly Market and all these things. So one of the other companies that's out there is called Profit X. It's on X. I'm partnering with them as one of their new affiliates for X going forward as of today. So,
Nice.
there will be some stuff to come. I'll have a link to sign up for if people want to get involved. Once we start putting out some best bets for the predictive markets too, it's going to be awesome this season.
I just want to
Very
say,
exciting.
I don't know if Cove saw it, but he can't come because he's getting medicine because the wife's not feeling good, and he just recently found out that she's pregnant too, so he's going to be a dad. So,
Awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
so just wanted to let y'all know about that.
Well, Tommy,
I bet you he's
congratulations.
stupid excited.
That's awesome. That's like the great joy in life, being a dad.
You'll get there one day, Drama.
Nah, maybe.
Maybe.
Listen, I'll save this for another time. So, sports.
Yeah. So unfortunately, because I'm not home,
She was
I'm not
talking
home.
today
I sent the question. So you guys, either one of you or how it usually goes. One of you guys read the questions. Yeah, I got 2 for each. I brought in 2 for NHL because we'll be starting to talk about it. 2 for hockey and 2 for baseball.
Should we start NBA and talk about that betting stuff?
We can talk about that too. Yeah.
Because
There's only 6 questions.
It's the top topic right now about.
Like I said, there's only 6
I think
questions.
we should just jump in with that. Before we do
All right,
any
let's do
of
it.
Cove's questions, the NBA scandal. Terry Rozier and
Chauncey
Billups, the coach and former NBA player and legend, were arrested on multiple charges, right? Like this is so I don't even know.
30 other members were also, from what I read, was 30 other former and current NBA, I guess, players or staff members were also arrested too under that. And the teams that are being investigated are the Hornets, Lakers, Raptors, and Trailblazers. And one of the big names was LeBron was mentioned in it, but we don't know anything about LeBron being part of these bets. We just know he was mentioned.
And now, am I correct? They're saying that this is tied to now I know the official story in America is that the mob is dead, but this is connected to mafia.
Yes, this is connected to the mafia.
As a New Yorker, I know the mafia is not dead, so I believe it.
So this is connected. From what I understand was, let me see if I can find exactly what I saw, what the article was. So apparently they were saying Gilbert Arenas also snitched because if you remember last time, Gilbert Arenas got in trouble for the same thing.
Well, yeah. So they're calling him, or he's calling himself Agent Zero.
Yep. Well, that's been his nickname. That's been his nickname since he was in the league.
No, I know, but now he's using it. Now he's using it like a play on words for this, right? From the league to this.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he made a post this morning. It was hilarious. And it had a picture. It was him holding up Agent Zero and on cardboard. It was written.
Oh yeah, and one of those baggies saying it had the betters
better
thing.
Yeah, they had lunch for me or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, like he's really leaning into this shit.
So here's the FBI the update the FBI did. It was the NBA arrested named Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and then Damian Jones. 30 people charged, including 13 linked to the La Cosa Nostra, which I guess is one of the mob like things. Insider,
Nostra?
yeah,
Yeah.
Insider NBA prop bets plus rigged poker games use high tech cheating devices, and then FBI says over 7 million stolen in total.
I mean, that's light. To be fair, 7 million is a light number.
It could be way worse. But the point is like, so when you have a coach and a player involved, like that's a really bad look for the league right now, you know. And so like, I don't know if you like drama. What's you have an NBA team?
Yeah, the Miami Heat, which Terry Rozier was on.
Okay, perfect. So
and I'm going to drop something in the chat too, because I don't know if you saw it, but if you look at the video of Terry Rozier playing, you can clearly see it looked like he was throwing the, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, possibly could be throwing the game if he's running a gambling scandal. He's definitely throwing the game.
And so, like if you've watched the first 2 days of the NBA, if you watched the playoffs last season, the NBA looks like it's in, you know, for the most part, it looked like it was in great hands. The league looks like it's in a good place. We've seen really exciting, really competitive basketball these first 2 days. And now to finish the 2 days and then have this happen the next morning, it just sucks.
I saw something funny someone said on Twitter when this whole thing was going through. They were like, it's kind of funny that Shohei fled the country in a way because he's going to Toronto with the whole thing. So someone just said that, and I was like, that's fucked, but also funny.
That was just throwing one scandal into another scandal. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I just found that funny because they're like, oh, look, he was on the same thing. Yeah. But they also said Rozier will be released from jail today. He is forced to put up his $6 million home as bond and collateral, and his passport was confiscated. And that was basically everything else. I mean, he walked into courtroom, handcuffs, and then wearing his Hornets hoodie. But other than that, that was...
He's definitely going to be suspended, at least for the time being. While this is happening, they're not.
What Adam Silver said is him, Chauncey Billups, and Damian are on immediate leave until further notice. From what he said,
I wonder if their union, the players, and you know, I don't know if the coaches are in the same union. I think they have a different situation, but I wonder if they're protected at all in this situation. Like, do they get paid while they're on leave, or are they like...
I think they do, but it's pending investigation. If they're found guilty of it, then they got to pay back to everything. It's kind of like one of those situations.
And like I said, I don't know the whole like thing. I'm just seeing bits and pieces, but I know for like certain ones, like Damian Jones told LeBron, hey, you should sit out during this Milwaukee game kind of thing because of his knee injury that he only knew about, no one else knew about. And I guess he told people close to him about it. And
you're trying to rig games. You're trying to rig games.
Yeah. So that's what he was saying in 2023 or something. So they caught on to that. I honestly think if with the Billups thing, they should just not like scrub him, but like take away some of his stuff that he did, right? Because if LeBron was mentioned in it, they should be like, all right. Like if LeBron was found that he was also part of rigging the games, they'd be like, all right, LeBron, you need to give up something.
They won't do that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what they should do. They should punish him, like
because you got to look at the accolades. Whether it was or wasn't a thrown game or not, it wasn't. You can't prove that was the specific game that he threw.
No,
so you can't take away from past experiences right now.
They are going to protect LeBron at all costs, the league, because granted the league's changing over, but you don't want this to be his exit from the league. He's been the face of the league for the last 20 years. You don't want this to be his exit.
It's going to be a big scuff to the league.
Yeah, so this is going to be a tough thing for the league to overcome, and it stinks just because the league looks like it's in really good hands right now. You know, basketballs look awesome. Like Wemby put on an incredible show yesterday. The Knicks looked great, you know, with a bunch of young, you know, I mean, not younger, but, you know, Brunson and the gang. Mitchell and these guys are in Cleveland. There's a lot of these games. I mean, if you watch night one, the Rockets and OKC, ridiculous. Lucas scores 43 points night one, like exciting stuff to start off. But then you hear this, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah. And Shaq also said that he's, ashamed of it because everyone's talking about it, right? So Shaq said he's ashamed that these guys would put their families and careers in jeopardy and all of that. So it's like
money will do a funny thing.
Mm-hmm. Shaq's like, you're making all this money and you're still gonna do it. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's too bad. It legitimately, it's the easiest way to say it. It's too bad. But you know what? It happens. Ooh, so these guys are on a space tonight. Oh, yeah. Nice. I didn't know that. So, all right. So we got questions tonight, right? We've got Cove's questions. We got a couple here geared towards the NHL. We got a couple geared towards the MLB and obviously the World Series. And then we've got a couple here, obviously, on the NFL and what's going on right now. By the way, just quick update for anyone who's not seeing the game. It's 14-3, the Chargers, and it really doesn't look very competitive right now, to say it simple. All right, so we got the NFL on tonight. It's prime. So let's jump right to the first question. You got, are the Buccaneers and Chiefs still the clear Super Bowl favorites, or has a surprise contender emerged mid-season? So who wants to start? Drama, why don't you take it?
I'll go. From what I've been seeing, I'm surprised by the Patriots. Like, I think they might have a shot. Not like Super Bowl, but they're going to give, if they meet the Chiefs or the Bills in the playoffs, they're going to give them a run for their money from what I've been seeing from the Patriots and the Chargers and stuff like that. But also, I do have to say the Steelers have been surprising me a lot. And that's coming from
Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl run would be crazy. What a story. That would be a story.
And apparently they're trying to bring him back for next year. So,
well, we'll see what happens, I guess, right? So, I mean, listen, the obvious answer, I don't care what anyone says at this point. I've just watched them. I just watched what they did to the Chargers again last week. The Colts, anyone tells me the Colts are not the favorite in the AFC is not watching football. I don't care. They have just looked dominant. At this point, people are hating on them because of the name on the back of the quarterback's jersey, not because of anyone's performance, right? Everyone's just like, oh, it's Danny Jones. It's Danny Jones. It's Danny Jones. But, guy's playing like an MVP quarterback. Jonathan Taylor's amazing running back. They've just drawn up he just fits the offensive scheme perfectly. Steichen has just done a wonderful job at making him look amazing. You know what I mean? No question about it. So to me, that's the big one. The Colts going from how bad was Anthony Richardson in actual fact that this team was 3 wins or whatever last season. And, now they look like, or not 3 wins, they had more wins than that. But now they look like a legitimate Super Bowl contender, right? Adding Daniel Jones.
And
they didn't add Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. They added Daniel Jones, and now they look like an absolute beast.
And how the Colts O-line always mess up the quarterbacks, so it's I'm surprised.
And so the other piece on the NFC side, unfortunately, right? So Emeka Egbuka is questionable consistently right now because of his hamstring. Mike Evans just literally came in for one game. He played for 10 minutes and broke his collarbone. I love Baker, but there's just that team, Wirfs is still out. They have people being hurt consistently. I just can't see them making a Super Bowl run with this many injuries.
That's why I picked the 49ers over the Buccaneers on that question.
That's a fact. Okay, I like that. On the NFC side, I could see it's going to be tough. But if certain pieces for the 49ers come back at the right time, this does not include Brock Purdy because Mac Jones is the answer. I think they could make a legitimate run for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I like what Mac Jones looks like in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I think it's the right. My man Austin said that it was the move when it first happened, and it's just been spectacular since. The guy keeps winning. So
if the Cowboys make the trade for Crosby, like everything's saying that they're gonna do, they're in talks with the Raiders. I could see the Cowboys possibly making a jump.
I don't see Max Crosby going to the Cowboys. I just don't.
The Raiders
and
lot. Max made public statements that they had already spoke about it, that Max wasn't going anywhere, that they were not interested in trading him. We'll see if anything changes, but he's the face of our friend. Like Max is everything in the city of Las Vegas. So I would be shocked if they did anything with that. Trey Hendrickson, however, if Cincinnati falls apart before the trade deadline, could be a good answer.
Logan Wilson also requested a trade too for Cincy. So
people wanting these trades. All right. So question 2. Is Caleb Williams proving that he can carry the Bears franchise, or are Chicago's problems bigger than the quarterback? Chicago doesn't have problems. They are on a 4-0 run right now. They have a nice streak going. I anticipate them winning this week too. I don't know. I think that they look great right now. I wouldn't be like they could win the NFC North the way they're playing now.
Oh, the way they're playing now. Like I said, I'll eat my crow on it because I love to talk shit about him. But now I'm actually seeing something that I never thought I'd see out of him.
A good quarterback.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you think, Drama?
Same. I think that, because they got the Ravens Sunday, so that's my team, of course. But if they continue to play good, they could possibly, do that. And Caleb Williams could be like, all right, you know what? Let's take Chicago to the playoffs if they keep up the win streak. That'll be it for a while. We've seen Chicago.
2006.
Yep.
All right. So which team feels more like, this is a good one. I like this. Which team feels like more of a real 5-2 football team? The Patriots, the Broncos, the 49ers, the Bucks, or the Eagles? I'm going to just jump in on this one because the way that these teams have been playing the last 2-3 weeks, specifically, the team that looks like the real 5-2 team in that group is the New England Patriots. Drake May and the gang have been absolutely awesome the last 2-3 weeks.
Oh, Drake May has just been proving everything. He's exactly what they needed. Like we were talking about it last night. Drake May versus Mac Jones. This is exactly what was needed. They needed a quarterback to step in and just take over this team.
100% fact.
And I'm just gonna say it now. I've never always been. I as a Colts fan in the early 2000s, I did not have a lot of love for the Patriots. But I think the biggest hiccup was when Belichick and Brady separated. It's like Belichick just couldn't focus on it, and that it was just temperamental to the team. And then once they lost Belichick, I believe the Patriots got better.
Yo, career-wise, since okay, so here's when they left, he was able to get right. They had a playoff run. They got to the playoffs with Mac Jones, but gradually, like over the last couple of years, year by year, he has really he has spiraled out of control. Like he is like a TMZ special. What is going on? Like, what is this old man doing running around with this 25-year-old bozo chick, clowning around at a university right now? Bro, you're 70. Like, what is going on?
Hey, I'll give him praise. He's 70 years old and he's got a 25-year-old supermodel of a girlfriend.
Well, don't forget, he's probably just sitting there thinking, what do I got to lose? I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame anyways. I got all these rings, I got all this money. What am I losing at this point? Right? He's just kicking it back,
playing a young man's game with a 25-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. It's he's probably has nothing to lose because we all know he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So it's
well, we all know it's because of money. Because I don't think he can perform.
I mean, I don't know. He's a pretty intense guy. Who knows?
I don't know.
He probably has Blue Chew. That's all.
Do you think he wears the hoodie?
Probably.
Oh, you're gonna give me a heart attack.
I was gonna say, do you think he still calls Brady about advice? But then
Oh yeah.
wait.
Does he call Brady for advice? Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
But then I forgot that Brady lost a ring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Bro. I just thought I was gonna have a heart attack for a second. Oh my god.
He's gonna have a heart
Because I
attack.
was trying to hold in my laughter, picturing Bill Belichick wearing a hoodie and smashing. What just happened?
It's the traditional cutoff hoodie too.
Only way, right? Cut sleeves and all that.
Cut sleeves, and he's got the earpiece on.
All right. So, Major League Baseball. It's that time of year, right? Tomorrow night is the World Series, Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the Dodgers. I don't care. I don't want to watch that. What I would say to this is my wife literally, so like the day before Shohei's golden performance, my wife was like, explain baseball to me. And she's like, I just don't get it. There's too much going on. She's like, I can't, like, too many things happening. She's like, what? She's like, what is a walk? I don't get it, right? The next day, she watches Shohei Ohtani throw 10 strikeouts and hit 3 home runs. My wife's like, all my wife's been saying all week is, when are we watching Shohei Ohtani play baseball again? When is his next game?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you? And the thing is, my wife is from LA, so I can't argue with her if she wants to cheer for the Dodgers. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
what am I supposed to say to that? Okay. So,
But still, like all of us have agreed, watching Shohei is just a masterpiece.
it's incredible. Like, watching him in the playoffs right now, watching him play, it's like, here's the thing. There's a great possibility that, and I know, like, we're projecting, okay? He's nowhere near what Bonds, like the numbers aren't there. But
No.
this guy's got a runway still, right? He's 31 years old. He's got plenty of time to work. Like, dude, we could be watching the greatest baseball player ever. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like,
If he keeps doing what he does on the mound and behind the plate, time in, time again, he will go down as arguably as GOAT.
And
Like-
that's what like I said he's this generation's Babe Ruth in a way.
oh, a fact. Yeah.
Well, no one's ever played
but
the
he's
game
doing
at
both.
this
He's doing both.
caliber.
He's doing both positions like Babe Ruth did, right? And he's coming in and just showing up like, hey, eyes on me now, kind of thing.
I
So-
can't wait to like be showing my grandkids like a YouTube video of Shohei crushing it like 40 years from now. I'm gonna be like, I got to watch this.
Yeah, I got to watch this.
Now, the
Crazy.
only thing I'm going to ask on that is, what do you guys think of his shot out of LA Dodgers Stadium?
Incredible. What do you mean? Like, I mean,
Like if he was
who hits the
free
ball
agent.
out of the stadium, like,
Launching that. I thought you was like meant like leaving. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? So this was a confusing thing, right? I was looking at the longest home runs hit of all time, like according to like their metrics now.
Oh, yeah.
And it confused me because when I was a kid, I watched Cecil Fielder hit the ball
Put it on the roof?
out of,
On the roof, on Detroit, yeah. Put it
out
on the
of
roof of
Detroit, clear out,
Yeah.
well over 500 feet, and he's not in the top 5. I'm like,
No.
I saw this happen with my own eyes.
Yeah.
What are you? Well, where is your measurement? He hit it to the moon. I
Yes.
remember the next day I got to school and I was like,
That was
Oh my
3
God.
stories. That was 3 stories
bro,
that he had
like,
cleared.
he hit it on the roof of the building across the street or wherever. Like,
Yeah.
and there somehow he's not in the official MLB longest home run record book.
Yeah, I know, because it's like 525 and above, isn't it? Not in the top 5?
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I'll do some research while you guys.
Yeah,
talk
the
about it.
metrics was like insane because the one that look, there's one in Boston. I think it was Williams. The red seat that's in right field is the farthest ball ever hit in Red Sox Stadium on that side. And it's like-
The longest official measure is 582, which was by Joey Mayer in 87. While the longest in MLB history is 575 by Babe Ruth.
What metrics were they doing in 1920?
Like,
Like
exactly.
seriously,
You're gonna tell me they were able to measure that Babe Ruth did that? Like, I don't know, man.
there's no way. I
But
don't.
I
somehow
have
you're telling
no
me that,
idea.
I
I
don't
feel
know,
like a
bro.
fan picked up the ball and then said he found it somewhere else.
And then underneath Babe Ruth is Mickey Mantle with 565.
Yeah,
So,
the Mantle home run. Now I've seen the metrics on this one. They showed where it landed, and then they just did the metrics on it. It's like, but when you look at it, here's the stadium here. It was way over here, like way out of there. Like I don't think Mantle hit it 565. Like I don't think he.
unless they counted it rolling when it landed, who
It
knows?
had
I
to
don't
be. It
know.
had to been rolling because
Like
there's
if it
just no way.
hit where it landed and then started to roll, maybe they counted it like that. Like they found okay, it hit here, but it continued to roll. Maybe they counted it that. Who knows?
Would you laugh if they just went to go look and they found a baseball and they go, "Oh, this has got to be the baseball,"
Yeah, right.
and it wasn't even the baseball.
Like I wonder if that's what happened with Babe Ruth. It was like if
Yeah,
that was the case,
like
if
they just found a baseball because I don't think in that era the MLB was stamping logos onto baseballs. They were probably just regular baseballs, so they could have just found a baseball and said, "This is where it landed."
mm-hmm.
Who knows, man? But that's I don't know. I feel like I don't know, man.
Because the
I don't
metrics
trust the
today
numbers.
are very accurate, but we're talking about 1940s, 1950s, 1920s. Like, there's no way they would accurately depict where they landed.
Yeah, because I'm on on the MLB website right now, and they have Norma something at 505, tied with CJ was I can't even say his fucking last name, and then
Well,
Stanton.
look at what was it? Was it Cecil or who'd you say? It was Prince or Cecil that hit the home run? It was
Sissel
Edmund Cecil.
Fielder.
Yeah, Cecil Fields' his longest home run. See if they'll come up with the metrics on that one.
Okay, hang on.
And see if it talks about Detroit City. Because I remember that third story tower, and I was like, wow.
Dude, it was like if you were a kid and watched baseball every night, you were like, what did I what like it was crazy. Like I went to school the next day, like we were like everybody was ready to play baseball.
And
91, right?
this will say bad, the way it was, but Prince and Cecil Fielder ended up with the same home runs and the same at bats. Like their system is like this perfectly. They ended the same amount of home runs, same amount of RBIs. But I am surprised, and they obviously were athletes and played baseball, but these guys were fat fuckers and they could crush a ball.
Dude, Cecil Fielder
520.
was
520 was the
520 for Cecil Fielder.
520. That was the distance, and then estimated in July '93, Fielder hit another one at 484, and
Okay.
it landed on, and that's the one that landed on the Tiger Stadium.
You're telling me that one only went 484?
Yeah, and that's the one that
It's
landed
out
on
of
the
a
Tiger
stadium?
Yeah,
But he hit a 505 that didn't go out of a stadium. Like, that's.
yeah. 91. In September 14, 91 was the 520, and then July 2nd, 93 was the 484 that landed on top of.
Where was the 520 hit, though?
I don't know. Let me look real quick where that 520 was. All right. That was out of Milwaukee Stadium in 91.
Okay. Yeah, that must have been before they
Yeah,
closed
it
the
said
film.
it was longest 520 out of Milwaukee County Stadium in 91, clearing left field, bleachers landing near the garbage bin outside the stadium.
Okay.
And then the 93 one was the left roof of Tiger Stadium, and which was 484.
Okay. Do you think it only went 484 because of the height?
Maybe.
maybe because it was like a moonshot. Like
It was a moonshot.
like
You're talking 3 stories in a stadium, the triple upper deck. Like, that's insane. And it was above the upper deck because it was on the roof, over the roof.
it went so high. It was just I never forget that hit. I was just like
It's like today when I watched the Shohei when he played in Japan and hit it out of the roof, like hit it through the roof of the stadium.
so Actually, speaking of Shohei, the next question you had is who do you think has been the most clutch performer, Shohei or Vlad?
I'm
Drama,
gonna.
what do you think?
Yeah.
Shohei.
I, I'm gonna say Vlad for yes, amazing performance that we'll never see from another player probably in a long time, being the 10Ks and the 3 home runs. But Vladimir Guerrero has proved his $500 million contract when it was needed to count
Exactly.
in the
He's been making
playoffs.
hits that they need. That like Shohei did nothing until that game, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they were destroying everybody the whole time. So
yeah.
they didn't really need him to be clutch. He
No,
just decided to show up in game 4 and annihilated the team by himself. So the
yeah,
rest of the team could have a night off. But
yeah. Because you look at his
Vlad,
numbers from the previous series, he was like 4 for 17.
yeah, terrible. Vlad, he's not just been consistent, but he's been getting hits when you need him, getting walks when you need him. Like he's been doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's looked great. He's looked great for them.
Does I
Vlad or you know who else? I mean, Captain Clutch is really George Springer, but
Yeah.
I'll go with Vlad.
Speaking of George
Springer's an
Springer,
animal.
Playoff Springers.
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't.
it's like watching him this year is giving me flashbacks as a Yankee fan to Freddie Freeman last year.
Yeah,
That's the kind of performance. That's how good he's playing for them. Like epic.
I don't know if you saw the post I posted, but they said that Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, and Springer 2025 Silver Slugger Award finalist.
mm-hmm.
So,
And yeah, Bichette's coming back this series, as we discussed.
but I think
He
that's
will be on the lineup tomorrow night.
I think that's gonna go down to the wire. Like, it's gonna be like a 3-3. Like, who's gonna home run to to win the game kind of thing. I think that's what's it's gonna go down to.
Now Bichette's been noted. They've called him the purest hitter in the game right now. So like, I don't know. He's been out all playoffs. He's been. I think it was a hamstring issue. I'm not confident that he's warmed up enough for game 1 or game 2. He's going to be a game 3, game 4 performer, in my opinion, before he gets warmed up. Depending on if the Jays get hot, Bichette might get hot. But if the Jays don't get hot, Bichette's not going to get hot until 3 or 4.
Listen, you can book this. George Springer is going to hit a home run tomorrow night. Off Snell. He's going to hit it off Snell.
Okay.
That's going to be the run Snell gives up. It's going to be a George Springer home run. Book it.
And Shohei's gonna hit a home run too, just because it's Shohei. It's gonna be like,
That's
okay.
a wicked parlay, but it's probably not even that big of a number because those guys just are such animals.
No, the biggest one I would say is Shohei hitting the back of Toronto Stadium. That would be insane.
Damn, the Flyers lost.
I would say too another perfect game from who was it? The Dodgers pitcher. Who was it? Yoshi, right?
Yamamoto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yamamoto. Yeah,
Losing for game 2.
yeah. Which I could see that happening if he,
Outrageous.
Now, the one thing to add to that is, as you all know, I'm sure I'm a White Sox fan, but I'm not confident on Schneider's pick for Savage being in game 1. I'm really not confident on that one. I mean, he's been playing well in his 2 outings, but this is a 22-year-old kid who's had 6 MLB starts, and he's going against Blake Snell. Like, this is a lot for this kid to manage.
I would tend to agree with you. I think that if I'm being honest, I think that they're going to get cooked tomorrow.
Now, they do compare Savage to Schittler when it comes to this.
Schlittler.
Schittler.
Not Schittler. Schlittler, all right?
Okay.
Get it right.
Okay, I'll get it right.
Yo, the
Schittler's the
Islanders,
other one that we don't talk about. He's the one that did bad things. That's Schittler. Okay.
Yeah, that's Schittler.
That's the one
Can you
that.
see that?
Yeah.
7-1. The Islanders are kicking Detroit Red Wings behinds tonight.
Did Schaefer get a point?
I don't know.
Did you
Take a
see the
look.
fight that broke out between Rivas and how do you say his name? Rempe? I forget. That's how you for the Rangers and
Oh yeah. I seen the highlight of that. Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
but that's Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves has always been that player.
like
He's
6'9" and 6.
he
I think they said 2.
yeah but that's Ryan Reeves. He did that in Vegas.
Mhm.
He did that in Toronto. Like that's just Ryan Reeves. He's an enforcer.
that's fact. That is fact. OKC, so OKC's playing the Pacers right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see. I want to check the Pacers out. I want to see how they look without
I don't know
Halliburton.
how, but I know Anthony Davis said there should be a height limit in the NBA because of Victor Wembanyama.
A height limit, really?
Yeah, that's what Davis said. But I'm just thinking he's probably mad because they lost and he couldn't guard Victor Wembanyama.
Probably.
Because he's like a foot taller than everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Victor's set what 7'1", 7'2"?
he's like Yao Ming's height.
He's like 7'8".
Yeah, I know. Like the kid
Yeah.
is insanely tall. Like it's not easy to get up there when he's got hoops.
He shoots over everybody, like literally everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
You have a foot almost above everybody other player.
Victor Wembanyama's 7'4" and his wingspan's basically 8 feet.
Yeah, see, an 8 feet wingspan.
7'4".
7'4", yeah.
7'4", yeah.
And he's got the touch of a shooting guard.
And Yao Ming's 7'6", so he's 2 inches shorter than Yao Ming.
That's
But
just like
accurately better than Yao Ming, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. Hold on, I lost the questions. I'm opening the thing back up here.
But imagine if Yao Ming and Victor Wembanyama played like right now against you. That would be a
Wemby's got a brother who's 18, Oscar Wembanyama, who's like 6'7" right now, and he's balling. He's balling over there in France.
Yeah.
Yo, the Knicks need to go get that kid. That's a fact.
yeah. But put brother against brother, fucking.
Oh, dude, I would love it. I would love that. All right, so let's see what we got here. If your team missed the playoffs, what's the number one offseason move they need to make to get back in contention? My team made it, but we need to go fire Aaron Boone.
I knew you were going to go with Boone. Boone was going to be your exit there.
What about you, Drama?
My team made it. Keep Scoople, and I would just say go get. I don't know. Find somebody that can come in and be another Riley Green or somebody like that can come in and just hit homers for us. That's all I have to say. Keep Scooble, but just bring in one more piece.
Go pick up Bellinger.
Yeah.
Dude, he's definitely leaving the Yankees.
Yeah. Bellinger. What if Bellinger does the same thing? Leaves the Yankees and goes to Detroit?
I would be hiding because all the Yankees fans want to kill me.
Good for them. I think that would be okay. It'd be a good thing.
And then they make the playoffs again, and then it's like.
And the only reason why I'm saying no to this question because we know I'm not making the playoffs next year. Just saying, we know we're not making the playoffs.
Well, if you go to Toronto, if you become a Blue Jays fan, then you can chime in.
Oh, I could chime in. Yeah. But still, there's no way the Sox are winning 80 next year. There's no way.
Yo, Drama, I just watched that fight video. I'm still watching the fight you sent over.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good-ass hockey fight.
Yep.
6'9" and 6'2" apparently is the heights.
Bro, that was a good fight. Dude, yo, you got. I'll retweet that later for people listening, man. You got to check that out, though. That was a good fight. They really squared up and threw down, man. That was good. Wow.
I love that one rule in hockey, which is the ungentleman rule. If you throw down, you have to throw down. You can't walk away.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like that should be like in all sports, but again, you can't really have that, right?
No.
In all sports, but if they could, that would be just be like, let them get a few licks in and then done.
The worst reference I will do is that adding fighting into from hockey to baseball to basketball to football like that just reminds me, and this is an old reference, but this reminds me of Futurama when they see in their year that they're in Futurama and they're playing one sport, but it's all sports combined into one sport.
I mean, Bryce Harper wouldn't mind that rushing the fucking mound and fighting the pitcher.
Oh yeah, well
Bryce Harper wouldn't
that
mind it.
Bryce Harper's been hit by so many pitches, it's unreal. Like it's unreal how many pitches.
If he got,
And
if he
he
got,
leads by like this many of hit by pitch.
got the chance, that'd be kind of funny. Throw it down. Let's go.
This game is awful right now. This team just keeps getting like it's so bad. It's 21-3. It's about to be halftime.
Who's leading?
The Chargers, the
Okay.
Vikings, they just keep getting after sack. This guy looks half hurt. Wentz, he's got a whole brace on his left arm. They just look awful. Be good if to see this guy. Maybe they'll score a touchdown tonight. Well, Justin Jefferson hasn't scored a touchdown in the last 5 games, so
Oh Jesus.
he's not going to score.
Yeah.
All right. So NHL. It is that time of year, right? So we're what? Just under 2 weeks into the NHL season.
Mm-hmm.
About 7-8 games, give or take, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Which team has been the biggest surprise to start the season? The 6-2 Habs, the Canadians, the 6-1 Devils, or the Avs, Golden Knights, 5-0-2. What do you think? Like, Cove, you're the hockey guy. Start us off, brother.
I would say the Canadians because the Canadians was one of the worst teams in the league last year to being this team that they are built right now. Now going off, the Canadians start winning off last year before the playoffs and kind of snuffed themselves there, but they were still arguably one of the worst teams starting off in the season. So we did not know what the Canadians are going to be. So I'm very surprised by the Canadians starting off with the hot start that they have started off with. Golden Knights, I'm not surprised with the roster they have, the players they have on that team. Same thing as the Avalanche. So I'm not surprised that they're both 5-0 and with 2 losses in overtime. But the Devils is the one I say Canadians mostly, but I say the Devils are also very surprising because they look like they lost their way last year, and then all of a sudden now they've figured it out again.
I would agree with you. So for me, the Devils are the biggest surprise. Now the Canadians, because of what you said, my opinion kind of just changed. I was in full agreement. They were the biggest surprise, but then you just said something, and I'm like, you know what? He's right. Last May, end of the season, right? That April, May, like they started picking it up. They started getting good. Is this just carryover from that? Were they?
I think it is because they have
get it together, and now they're here.
Yeah, because Hudson and I'll give you this one. And I know it's a hell of a deal, but they picked up Hudson, and he's just a shy rookie, and they picked him up and they signed him to an 8-year deal for $8.5 million, like per year. Like that early in this guy's career, they've locked him up for 8 years at a very low rate.
So for folks that don't know, hockey, well, it is one of the 4 big leagues in the U.S. And Canada. It is the pay disparity for superstars in hockey compared to baseball, football, NBA, right? An $8 million contract for a guy that isn't proven is actually a pretty large contract.
It is a large contract, but
how many years did they get?
8.
Oh, so they got him for $1 million a year. That's good.
Yeah, $1 million a year. But still, what happens in 8 years when this guy develops to be an amazing contract? Like, you're going to get a $13 million player for $1 million. Like,
yeah, this could work out really good.
Smart. It's smart for Montreal, because they've locked in a solid talent for 8 years at a low tier contract if they get a bunch of these guys, they can get a team put together because they're not paying much out. I mean that means like trade or signing. They can sign a lot of guys because they have a lot of capital to pick up a player.
Okay, that makes sense.
Why you see a lot of contracts where a quarterback or a starting pitcher or somebody will go, oh well, I made 20 million last year. I'll make 10 million this year. Get me a player. It's kind of the same vibe. They've maximized the contract so they can keep him happy with enough money, but also have enough money to go pick up from somebody else.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
they did because they picked up Noah Dobson to be beside Lane Hudson.
Okay, that makes good sense. What do you think, Drama?
I have no
I'm
knowledge
surprised
on
here.
NHL. I'm just, I don't know. I'm Detroit. There you go. I'm gonna go Red Wings.
It's funny because it's like he's in Florida, but the last champions in the last 5 years have been 4 of them have been fucking from Florida, and he has no knowledge.
Okay, so this is a good one here that you actually you threw in here. Very simple question for hockey fans. Everybody knows about Connor McDavid, the Edmonton Oilers. We don't know how they fell apart. Defense looked pretty awful in the back half of the Stanley Cup last year. Skinner, definitely not the Stonewall they'd expect of the guy. With all of that being said, a short-term contract was just signed by McDavid, right?
Yep.
At
2 years, 2 years at 12 and a half each year.
Now, this is a guy who could command 10 to 15 million a year easily. Yeah. He's taking a pay cut to give them room to go out and get a player or two before the trade deadline. And if they do what he needs and shore up the problems they have on that team, he can absolutely lead them back. He's the best player I've seen in a long time. This is like Crosby level. This isn't like, we'll be talking about this guy for years and years and years to come. He's an absolutely fantastic player. The fact that he was willing to do that and take a pay cut so he could try and hit the goal, get what he needs to take them back and win that championship, I respect it, and I think he can absolutely do it.
But with this question, I'm gonna answer it this way, and this is gonna be my hot take. The straight up, McDavid does not make it to the finals, and Florida does not make it to the finals.
Who do you think is going to make it to the finals this season?
I'm not sure yet because we're still, like I said, 8 games in. But the McDavid, he's not going to solve the problem because Edmonton is not going to get what they need, which is a goaltender. They're not going to have the money to pay for one of the best goaltenders to go to Edmonton. They'd have to make a major trade, and I think that's the biggest thing that happens with Edmonton is their goaltending. And I just don't. I think there's way stronger teams: the Golden Knights, the Dallas Stars, the Avalanche, the Kings. Like there's 4 teams in that side alone that could take out the Edmonton Oilers.
The Mammoths are gonna make the
now.
The Mammoths look great.
Mammoths look great. That's kind of why I put the Mammoth into that one, is because they are the ex-Phoenix Coyotes. They didn't have their brand last year. They were just Utah, but now they are the Mammoth. And there's always something to say about a team bringing in a new jersey. They always do better in a new jersey. And they also built a $1 billion fucking training facility that's leagues above anybody else's right now. It's an amazing training facility. And when you have an amazing training facility, that does wonders for your players.
I heard that their mascot is awesome.
Oh yeah, they Tusky? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought
look at the mascot.
Quality, exactly what you would want in a mascot.
It's not the Flyers. It's definitely not the Flyers.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah. He is. It is. Tusky is an amazing one.
I think I know what fan. If I had to, I'd probably be him because the Mammoth looks awesome.
Yeah,
very cool. Very cool.
Especially since the last couple ones are like the troll out of Seattle is just, I don't know. Who do you think is worse as a mascot? Seattle's mascot or Philadelphia's mascot?
Man, I'm looking at mascots right now. I'll tell
Um,
you.
I don't like. Baseball's got weird mascots. Not baseball and hockey. That's what I meant to say. I'm thinking about the Flyers.
Have you? Yeah. Okay. I'll ask you this way: have you ever seen the Hurricanes mascot?
No.
Jesus, what the fuck's the Flyers mascot? It looks like fucking Grimace is on crack and then decided to. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now look at Seattle,
What's the team's name?
the Kraken.
He really doesn't know. So my wife likes McDonald's. I'm not really much of a fan, but she put
What
my
the
email address like for the account for like mobile orders.
Yeah.
So I keep getting these emails to like use points. It's
Yeah.
like use your points before they expire. Like
Is this a?
what stuff.
Is their mascot? Bro, is it like a troll doll?
Yeah, it's a troll. It's a troll.
That's not.
It looks like a troll doll.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, they're troll. There's a reason for it. He's like a troll under the bridge or whatever. Blah blah blah. Supposed to be kid friendly.
They could have done. They could have done so much. Like they could have done like a Squidward kind of crack.
No, they can't. They as much as you'd want to think they would do that. Detroit's owned the squid forever, and the
Yep.
octopus. So they can't take that identity away from Detroit.
That's a fact.
That's the unfortunate part. You're not going to take the octopus out of Detroit.
Yeah.
Dude, so
And to this
Yeah,
day,
but-
I still know that people still in Detroit bring in live octopuses stuck to their body just to throw it on the ice.
Jesus.
yeah, and they lower that big purple octopus with the Red Wings jersey onto the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's hockey mascots are pretty wild.
The only other one is Nashville and throwing catfishes on the ice. Like that one's like
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I see
somebody's
what you're
gotta-
talking about. I see the octopus, and then I see like a giant bird also.
Yeah.
That Detroit has.
So okay, where are we now here? NHL. Yeah, I'd be losing my place because this is actually good though. It's just a conversation with some questions mixed in.
Yeah, I'm just.
No, the answer to this question is no. Are the Maple Leafs finally built to win in the spring, or will the defensive depth haunt them again in the playoffs? The answer is no, they are not built to win.
no.
They're not. Letting go of Marner was actually bad for them, not a good thing.
I actually think it's a good thing.
You think so?
I think so because they called them the core four. They put too much focus on the core four, and everything happened. The core four was always blamed. Now they lost that piece, and Marner just obviously, if he loved Toronto, being a Toronto boy as much as he did, he would have stayed. He would have took a hometown discount to stay with his team. He went running for the hills and went over to Vegas.
Yeah, he makes Vegas look great.
So I think taking that talent away from them, they have to learn how to focus now. So I think like when you look at different teams, you look at the Avalanche, you had Sakic, Forsberg, and Waugh. There was like the three core guys. Detroit, it was Shanahan, Yzerman, Fedorov. That was their core three. Barrasso, Yager, Lemieux. It's all teams have like a core three guys. So having four guys is just the egos is just a little too much, and I think that's what's hurt them.
I'm trying to think back and like my memory. Peter Forsberg, Joe Sakic.
Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he also had Claude Lemieux, which everybody kind of spits at that one, but
Yeah, Claude was good though. And then you know who they had one of my favorite defensive players of all time. I think he was actually Canadian. Adam Foote.
oh yes, Adam Foote, yes,
Big fan of Foote, man. Foote used to handle his business on the ice. He was solid as can be. Him and my two probably two of my favorites all time. Him and Alexei Zhitnik.
Mm.
Zhitnik was awesome on the Sabres.
Yeah,
Man.
one of the greatest things I've watched recently, and it came out a few years ago. It's a good thing if you can find a place to watch it, see it, whatever. Is the historic rivalry from 1995 to 1999 of the Detroit Red Wings versus the Colorado Avalanche. That was a bloodbath. We won't see that ever again in a game. I don't think so.
That was good hockey.
Oh, it was amazing hockey. You didn't know who was going to fight who. You didn't know. You're always expecting a goalie fight. You're always expecting, and it all started. And it was Claude Lemieux. Claude Lemieux hit Chris Draper into the boards when the boards were open in a dirty shot, and that's what started the war.
Dude, I so when at that age, I was all in. As soon as the move happened, and all of a sudden Wah was in Colorado and not Canada, I was all in. I was like, "Oh, an American team now. I'm in on this guy. He's my favorite player. He's my favorite player in hockey all time as a goalie, and it's Patrick Wah." I was like, so for me, watching the Red Wings, like I hated Chris Draper. He was one of, like I couldn't stand that guy for that exact.
Everybody hated the grind line though. Everybody did.
That's a fact.
But the Philly, the Flyers with Lindros, they had the boom line, like the Legion of Boom. So they equally were just as nice.
Guys, but like, didn't he end up with like concussion problems late in his career?
Yeah, Stevens hit him once. That's why.
Oh my God! Which Scott or Jeremy?
Scott.
Dude, the fact that they were brothers.
Scott took out Scott took out Brett Lindros early in his career, and then they say that he also took out Eric Lindros. He took out a pair of brothers on a couple hits, and to this day, and I was saying it to. I was telling everybody recently about it. It was like Scott Stevens hitting Paul Kariya, and Paul Kariya in 2012 was like, I still to this day do not remember that hit.
Dude, it looked like he died. He exploded on the ice.
He had snot bubbles in his mask when he hit the ice.
Jesus.
Dude, that was like, yo, that was a crazy. That was the Korea team with like him and Solani. That was his squad too.
Yeah, so that was his squad.
Like they knew what they were doing. It was like you had to punish one of those guys because you weren't going to win otherwise.
And then the iconic part of that whole thing was he came back in the third period, and that fucking slapper to score off the boards on the floor, off the floor on the boards, like. That call was heard for 10 years because we still can't believe that he was knocked the fuck out.
This is what's crazy. And like, so I don't know.
Came back.
Is it? I haven't quite seen anything that devastating in some time.
No.
In modern hockey, would they let him come back on the ice in that game?
Not today. Not today. I don't believe so. Concussion
There's
protocols
no way
now
in every
are
other
more
sport. That's concussion protocol in every sport possible. Dude.
Oh, yeah. But we're talking about 2003.
Dude,
22 years.
He was night, bro. That was like a UFC knockout, dude.
Well, the fact that we now know that the only game that Paul Kariya does not remember is that one game. He forgets the entire day.
Dude,
and they were showing him clips from ESPN, showing it to him, and he was like, wow. Like, he was shocked that a player got up and he's like, that's you. And he's like, that was me? Like, completely blindsided from being hit like that.
Obviously, I'm a stud if I got up after that hit.
Oh, yeah. But to not remember that hit is just beyond crazy. Now, Stevens will go down as one of the arguably greatest hitters in the game, but then the other half will say he was arguably one of the dirtiest hitters in the game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as much as I watched it year after year after year of Stevens compilations, I'm gonna say it, and a lot of people will take me hate on this, but I think he was clean. I don't think 99% of his hits were dirty. I think he just lined his body up right. He was a thick boy and just hit them right. You put your
That
head down, you were at fault in a game that fast.
that's kind of like to say what you were saying on that. I saw somebody ask like the same question to Ray Lewis, like, "Oh, do you think helmet to helmet's a dirty hit?" He's like, "No, you can't stop a missile. If I see you, I'm not gonna. You can't stop somebody coming at you full force. And I think that's what you were saying was
I don't think
exactly
anybody wants to go helmet on helmet because
no,
that's a fucking crazy hit.
yeah.
So
But
I
if you're
don't
like,
I don't think you're deliberately going
you know,
helmet to helmet.
yeah.
I think it's just how it lines up in the game.
Mm-hmm. And plus, you're on ice skates too. It's probably hard to turn to not hit.
Oh, these guys get trained. The suicide lines that these guys got to run. They know how to quick turn
The
on a
way
dime.
the way that these guys can stop and turn on those skates is incredible.
Mhm.
As somebody who has ice skated many times in my life, I don't know how the fuck they move like that, man. Like it's
Like you were
crazy.
talking about, look, use the example of McDavid. McDavid just turns on a dime, and before you know it, he's already scored before you even know he's gone. He's there.
Bro, I remember the first time I went backwards on ice skates and I just fell.
Yeah,
I started going, I was just like, ooh,
yeah.
on my back. I was like, damn. I don't know how they do that so fast. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy to watch. It's a really incredibly tough sport to play hockey. I think some people take for granted what those guys do out there. It's
They still to
remarkable.
this day say it's the toughest sport because these guys
Oh,
play
yeah.
on broken legs, broken arms,
And
broken
you could
toes,
possibly
broken.
die because the skate too to the neck. I mean,
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, this kid's neck is fucking
dude,
crazy.
Adam
the
Johnson and
coordination,
Mhm.
puck moves so fast. Like
Oh yeah,
the
and guys
coordination,
have been taken out of the game from taking a puck to the face because it's
dude.
just unreal.
what I was saying about the skate to the neck was Adam Johnson when he got his neck cut,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then the one guy for the Buffalo Sabres in '89 when he got his.
Oh, that was
That's
that.
crazy.
And it was a
I seen
goal.
the highlights on
I
it.
I
Just
saw the clip
grabbing
of
his
it.
throat,
Yeah,
and
I
it was
saw that.
just
I saw the
spitting
clip of
out.
that. Like, ugh.
You were lucky not to die to have your throat literally split from into the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's crazy shit is what that is. Like, I don't
And during the game too, like the
I mean, any hits in any sports are
yeah,
insane.
but
You don't know what to think. Like I'm telling you, at some point, maybe not in my life or your guys' life, but I wouldn't be surprised if baseball a line drive happens and a player dies. Like I would not be
I mean,
surprised.
look at the NFL. We saw DeMar Hamlin almost die on the field, right? We all
Yeah,
thought he died. I mean,
yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna see a death on the field in my life, but it's quite possible with how hard these players hit, how fast they go, the strength, the ability.
um
It's less
I
likely
would
in
be okay with
basketball,
that.
but
That's not something I need to see.
no, yeah, I don't think
yeah,
anybody, especially since these are family oriented games and there's children that this would traumatize a child if these whatever.
kind of like WWE, right? The Owen Hart situation,
Yeah, the Owen Hart situation. Anybody that was ever there has probably been deeply affected by that. To see that in
I know
action.
Undertaker when he talks about it, he was like, he said that even though they had Vince was like, oh yeah, you're fine, we're still wrestling. I'm just like, if I was Undertaker, I would have went into the back and beat the shit out of Vince. At that point, I would have been like, listen,
Yeah, at that point you stop. Yeri Fisher,
that
Detroit
would
Red
that
Wings,
would have been
2014. He had a slight heart attack and collapsed on the ice in the middle of the game. They stopped the game.
mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't continue a game.
Mm-mm. But
Heart attack
if
on the
I
ice.
was in
Yeah,
that situation,
he went right into the bench, grabbed his chest, and then fell over.
But
That's
like
wild.
think that like if you were Undertaker in that situation with Owen Hart falling, right, and you were supposed to wrestle him, and then you're standing there because your boss is like, "Oh, we need you to wrestle," and you're looking at the spot he fell. If I
Yeah,
was
no, I'm
Undertaker,
not.
I would
I'm
have
not.
went in the back. I would have got out the ring, went in the back, and beat the shit out of Vince, and I would have been like, "Fucking fire me! I don't give a shit." Like,
Yeah, you can't force that
yeah,
the
no,
show to go on after that. There's just no way.
which again, I don't think we'll see something like that again. You know, like
That's it. That's crazy talk. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
So the end of the show tonight, I'm just gonna ask this one because I've already talked to Vince about it. Trauma. Where do you see the World Series? Like, what do you think? 4-2, 4-3. What do you got
it's gonna be down to the wire. I think it's gonna be a tie, and then like I said, somewhat it's gonna be a game winning home run.
in Game
Like,
7?
yeah, game 7, it's gonna be like tied. And they're gonna go into it, and then either Shohei or Vlad, one of those two guys, are gonna hit a home run, and it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be a grand slam, but it's gonna be a game-winning home run, kind of thing.
Mhm.
telling me that drama is picking all the drama. Surprise. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the best thing to go, right? Like, it's tied, okay.
It better go 7 games.
Yeah.
Both teams
I'm
are
not
like,
ready for baseball to be done.
it's tied. Both teams are like, say like, how do I like kind of like how it's the NBA finals, right? When it's 3-3, right? Let's just say that, right? Something like that. It's tied like that. And then next thing you know, the score is like tied too, and then next thing you know, Shohei comes out and fucking hits a game winner, or Vlad hits a game winner to tie it, to win it. It'd be
Mhm.
like, that would be like, I think the whole, wherever they're at, the whole stadium would explode.
They
Yeah.
are. It's going to be 2 in Toronto, 3 in LA, 2 in Toronto. So Game 7 will be in Canada.
Yeah, so if that happens, I think fucking Canada's gonna
They
witness
make
an
it out of
earthquake.
LA. They got to win tomorrow. Oh, that's such a tall task. This team is hitting red hot, and Snell is pitching like the goat.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
It's
Tomorrow,
gonna be. It's gonna be an amazing first couple games. Like it's for sure gonna be.
oh,
But
dude,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if your
Home run.
Savage showed up like prime fucking like ace, your Savage,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. I'm
But then you
excited.
got to take Yamamoto out the next game. So it's like they got Snell and Yamamoto to go past.
There's no way they're not losing a game at home.
Yeah.
There's no way. I think what's important is that they win. They need to win in LA.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens. They've had home field advantage for this, for this whole thing, and they've been doing good with it. But can they get through this first 2 games? That's a tough first 2 games.
First tough 2-3 games, and then you got 3 in LA. So
I
it's
was-
like
I
before
was
you
gonna
bring it back home again.
I was gonna say that because I don't know the weather for Toronto, but I was gonna say if it snows, possibly could be a factor playing.
No, they
No,
they
it's
will
close.
ultimately in October. What they have done with Jays, they won't let the roof be open in Toronto, so it will be closed.
Okay, I didn't know if they had like an open or closed stadium, Toronto.
No, it is. They can close they can close the stadium, but they usually don't. But since it's October, late October, it's colder, so they have to just because it's just
Yeah.
not.
I've been in Toronto in November, and it was definitely snowing already. So I wouldn't be surprised. No question.
So I was gonna say if weather played a factor into it, then Toronto maybe.
If they
So
have
you
if they the
guys-
roof open, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Do either of you guys got any shows going on the rest of the weekend?
No.
I know I'm streaming tomorrow, but that's here nor there.
Okay. That's all I got for tonight.
I'll
Well,
probably
we'll-
watch Miami tomorrow, the Grizzlies and the Heat, but
So I know we will be back Wednesday night with Vince on Vinny's Corner on Wednesday night because I did find out I work only till 4, so I'm fine for that night.
Excellent.
Thursday night I work, so I unfortunately will not have a show on Thursday night.
I
All
can
right.
I can come Wednesday if y'all need me for Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Sure.
well, we'll have it for Wednesday. If not, it's either could be Thursday at lunch or it could be
'Cause
Friday at lunch.
Thomas said, I think he said he needs to get a new computer or something.
Yeah,
So he said, I
Dude.
think next week.
He's having a kid. Good for him. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Right.
yeah.
I
Awesome.
don't even know this guy, and I'm happy for him.
All right. I'm going to go watch the rest of this football game. You all have a good evening.
Well, I'll see you next week.
Yeah, he said he's up next week. He'll be back next week. He's getting a laptop, so he'll be back next week. Thomas said.
All right, all right. Well,
All
we'll
right.
see y'all next week.
So.